host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
All right. But also another one of the things, too, that, talking about, of course, draft steals, right? I mean, you've seen, all of the guys. What am I talking about? Not all the guys. Meaning in the third round, the fourth round, and the fifth round picks. Those guys, all of them were projected, according like the PFF and all that, were projected. I think Alexander was projected was the 49th prospect, and we picked him at 65. Right? They all were projected to go lower than what they did. But I mean, quite a few articles I've been reading, right? Especially about our third, fourth, and fifth round picks, or rather flattering for the Giants. As far as whatever you want to call, steals or whatever. Got this one here. Says the Giants landed one of the biggest steals of the draft on day 3. Pro Football Focus. Pro Football Focus believes the Giants landed one of the biggest steals of the 2025 NFL draft this past weekend. PFF listed selection of Arizona State running back Cam Skattebo in the 4th round, number 5 overall, as one of the biggest steals of the day 3 draft. Skattebo was ranked as PFF's number 51 ranked prospect overall. And we got him at 105. I mean, from PFF. He was the number 3 running back and the number 51 overall player on the PFF Big Board, making this a strong value pick for the Giants at the top of the 4th round. He doesn't have elite speed, but he excels in many areas that translate well to the NFL. Skattebo ranked above the 85th percentile in PFF rushing grade in both gap and zone schemes in 2024, and was the only running back besides Ashton Jeanty to force more than 100 missed tackles on the ground last season. Now that's, also one of the reasons why, he wasn't one of the top, whatever. I can't remember how many running backs were taken in front of him, but he wasn't the 3rd running back taken. There were other ones taken. But I mean, if he ran the 4.4s, 4.3, upper 4.3s or something like that, he definitely would have been taken much lower, because he doesn't have the breakaway speed, but he can force missed tackles. So I mean, if you can force missed tackles, and once you get in the open, you're gone. I mean, man, there ain't no way he's there. Pick 105. Absolutely not. Skattebo, a former unrated recruit out of high school, was started his college career at Sacramento State, put up monster numbers at Arizona State. Skattebo isn't necessarily an athletic freak like some of the running backs selected ahead of him, though he has more than enough athleticism to excel in the NFL. But he's an elite competitor who plays with toughness and passion, the exact kind of player the Giants head coach Brian Daboll. Absolutely. Then I got another article here, the Giants' most promising draft pick. Now, of course, they talk about Abdul Carter was too easy of a choice. But so they picked Alexander. The question of who is the best draft pick in the Giants 2025 class, obviously is Carter. But the Giants general manager, Joe Schoen, addressed most of the roster's remaining needs, adding several prospects who can help elevate the franchise. Toledo's defensive tackle, Darius Alexander, addresses one of the team's most significant weaknesses from last season: insufficient resistance against the run. Giants allowed 2,316 total rushing yards during the 2024-2025 campaign, which ranked 27th in the league. They also sustained significant damage after missed tackles, allowing 6.3 yards per miss. That amounted to 1,081 yards throughout the season. Only 3 other teams ranked worse in this crucial category. Several NFL draft analysts viewed Alexander as a second-round talent. Pro Football Focus had him at number 49 on its big board, and the Giants got him at number 65. Although mocks and rankings contain inaccuracies, evidence suggests that the Giants got a steal with the number 65 selection. But his elite 90.3 run defense grade in 2024 per PFF best describes the value he can bring to the Meadowlands, his run defense. Alexander's ability to clog up running holes and get to the quarterback makes him an exciting addition to a team that wants to build around its defense. Absolutely. This is the funny thing I was talking about earlier. When I got to pick 105, I mean, you listen to Joe Shane, he was talking about this. Got to 105, he's like, man, we got to pick between Bo and Skattebo. Who are we going to pick? We got to pick one of these guys. You know, because we pick one and the other guy ain't going to be around at 154. So who are we going to pick at 105? Well, they picked Skattebo, right? And they thought Mark and Bo was going to be long gone. Nope. When the Giants run the clock in round 4 of day 3, General Manager Joe Shane had a choice to make, or so he thought. He decided on Skattebo at pick 105 over several other players, including Purdue offensive lineman Marcus and Bo. When the Giants went to select in the next round at pick 154, and Bo was surprisingly still on the board, Shane pounced. He never expected to land both the guys. He said, Marcus, he's a guy that we were a little bit surprised that he was there when we picked. We really liked his film, Shane told reporters after the conclusion of the draft. So, and speaking of Mr. Marcus, you know, he certainly got himself some praise. Absolutely. Is this one here too? All right, here we go. Giants draft pick named the biggest day 3 steal. Now, everybody's going to have their biggest steals or whatever, but this draft pick was named the New York Giants' biggest day 3 steal by Pro Football Network. So, Giants may have found their diamond in the rough in the 5th round. Pick number 154 of the 2025 NFL Draft in the Purdue tackle Marcus and Bo. Heading into the draft, and Bo was the 6th highest ranked guard prospect and the top 100 overall draft prospect. However, he slid in the draft due to size and medical concerns. His positional flexibility, solid hands, and lateral quickness drew the Giants' eye, leading them to take a chance on him. And of course, now let's not forget, right, Bo with Tyrone Tracy Jr. were teammates, right? Pro Football Network believes that Bo's skill set makes him the Giants' biggest day 3 steal. His greatest asset is his positional versatility. He played 2 years at right tackle at Purdue, but he's likely better suited as a guard at the next level. He may not have the ideal size and bulk, but he compensates with impressive athleticism, motor, and sharp instincts, the analytics side noted. Bo is a dynamic athlete capable of creating significant running opportunities with his blocks, whether at the second level or out in space. And Bo started his collegiate career as a guard, allowing 0 sacks and just 11 total pressures, 3 hits, and 573 snaps at the position, showcasing his need to play the position in a pinch. Following the season, he shifted to right tackle, so he played some time at right guard, and he played a lot of time at right tackle. So we'll have to wait and see. But a lot of times that's what obviously what winds up happening with, they can maybe play play tackle, right, in college, but then a lot of with their arm length or for what maybe the size, whatever it is, I want to shift it inside. That might want to be the case with him. We'll have to wait and see. But we do know that with the Luminor. And I mean, as we can always re-sign these guys. I can't keep seeing us re-signing Van Roten another 3,000 one-year contracts when the guy's like 34 years old or whatever. So sooner or later, we're going to stop re-signing GVR. But this is his last season, GVR's and Illuminor's. Now, once again, we can certainly bring Illuminor back. That's for sure, right? But, we are going to need to get some long-term answers. I mean, at guard and tackle. So we'll have to, keep an eye on him, Bo, right? We'll have to wait. I mean, you got a lot of guys. You got a lot of guys. It's going to be interesting to see, right? Who winds up winning the job, and who winds up on the second team and all that stuff. But then also, of course, as always, when the injuries start rolling around, which they seem to do every year with the Giants, right? Do we have quality depth to step in there? That's always a problem with the Giants. Thank you.